What's up, everybody? This is Big Herc, Prison Talk. Hope everybody had a good Labor Day weekend. I know, the holidays, everybody's trying to hang out with the family and enjoy some time with family and friends. I'm hoping a lot of you guys got to enjoy your weekend. Let me know if you can hear everything, if it's all tuned in. Hey, Lisa. What? Let me know if you can see the live stream on YouTube. Yeah, today we got an interesting episode. We're going to talk about a piece of shit you guys are probably familiar with. I'll get into it in a minute. I want to say thank you to all the fans who have been supporting us. All the fans who have been sending in the comments, subscribing to our channel, who have been just with us from the beginning, man. You guys have pushed us over 100,000 subscribers, and we really appreciate you guys. Make sure you guys also tune in to our Instagram and our Twitter Fresh Out series. And if you have any questions and you want to email us, shoot us an email at freshoutseries@gmail.com. Also, check out the website, which is www.freshoutseries.com. We do consulting. We got T-shirts. We got some cool stuff on there. We're going to be bringing back Yard Time. And we'll have some cool stuff on there for you, man. So make sure you tune in and, check out the website and let us know what you think. Also, you guys, we got a SoundCloud, which is Fresh Out Series. You can also check out, and we're working on bringing you guys back the cooking show. So we'll hopefully have some new episodes of that going on for you real soon with the prison spreads. So make sure you stay tuned and hit the bell on your YouTube channel so that you can get a notification whenever a new video pops up. You don't want to miss any of these episodes. So make sure you tune in. I'm trying to see if I could. For some reason, I don't see you guys' comments. And usually I got some pretty good comments jumping off. So I'm trying to see what's going on with the comments here. But for whatever reason, I can't see you guys' chat. So if you guys got anything you want to entertain or add, feel free. Today we're going to talk about Donald Trump pardoning Joe Arpaio, the controversial sheriff from Arizona. You guys know about this guy. He's been in the news a lot with he had the tent city jumping off in Arizona. He had the inmates wearing pink underwear. He had the chain gang. He was racially profiling Latino families. He was a real piece of work. So this guy, Trump just recently pardoned, basically undermining the judicial system out there, who had found him guilty, or actually had found him not necessarily guilty, but have found him in violation of just a bunch of different civil rights. And Trump gave this guy a pass. So yeah, it's it's almost like endorsing racism by pardoning this guy, because this guy was a piece of work, man. He didn't care how he had to get it done, and in the process, he actually he hurt a lot of families, hurt a lot of people, and he had no remorse in his actions. So it's pretty sad that this guy, this is what it's almost like a slap in the face, man, when you look at what this guy was doing and how he looked at the fellow citizens of Arizona, So, what do you guys think about that? I mean, here you have a guy who basically feels he's above the law, and he got away with it, and this guy, there was a bunch of civil rights groups who basically protested against this guy's pardon, who felt that it wasn't right. And, you know, it's just a lot of bad stuff that this guy is associated with. You know, very controversial. And he's going to get a pass for his, you know, for his dirty deeds, man. I mean, they're going to let him slide. You know, I don't think it's right, but, you know, apparently, you know, it doesn't really matter what the people think, you know, for them to pardon him. Man, I can't see you guys' comments. I'm trying to see what's going on, but I can't see the comments for some reason. Yeah, man, he was pardoned for basically violating civil rights. I'm gonna tell you right now. He okay. Oh, he was found guilty. My bad. Arpaio was found guilty of criminal contempt for continuing to illegally profile Latinos living in Arizona based on perceived immigration status and violation of judge's order. And this is from McCain, Senator McCain. The president has authority to make this pardon, but doing so at this time undermines his claim for respect of rule of law, as Mr. Arpaio has shown no remorse for his actions. So that's what he was pardoned for. You know, this guy, he was basically randomly, he would also arrest journalists who would report on him. He'd come in the middle of the night and arrest them for exposing him. He would pull over cars randomly with Hispanic people in it and ask for, you know, this violates of civil rights, search illegal searches, just a bunch of negative stuff, man. And it's a joke, you know what I mean? When you got people like him, you got the, you know, the Attorney General Sessions, you got these guys, man, who are like basically openly racist. And they're just getting away with whatever they want to do out here. And they try to you know, a lot of stuff is trying to justify, well, we got this guy and he was a criminal, this and that. I mean, come on, man. You can't violate a right to enforce a law. That's not how the law works. The law doesn't work like that. So, you know, I just think it's just sad, man. You know what I mean? That you see that this type of mentality is endorsed in this country. You know what I mean? It's endorsed that you can pull over Latinos, you can racially profile people and get away with it. You know, and it just ties into the whole sentiment of the mentality of the people that are out there right now involved with just law enforcement in general. You know, you know, it's no different than the guy in Atlanta who told a white woman that we only beat up black people or shoot black people. You know, I mean, why would somebody say that? What type of mentality does a person have to have? And this is a person who has, you know, who's taking an oath of office, you know, to uphold the law. And this is their mentality against a group of people, a race of people. You know, it's just it's sick, man. You know, it's pretty sick, man. And you know, and you look at this guy. And then you look at the DACA situation with the immigrants, and they're saying that, oh, you know, it was taking away jobs from Americans. You know, people were losing work and blah, 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 blah. Obama overstepped his, you know, executive powers. But I mean, okay, I've seen somebody said bye-bye to the legals. Okay, now the jobs that the legals were doing, who's gonna do them? Who's out there picking your motherfucking produce? Who's out there motherfucking taking care of the agriculture, your wine you like to drink, all these contractors, I see them all the time. All these contractors, it'd be a guy, you know, a white guy, but he'll have like 10 Mexicans working for him under the table. So be prepared for the increase in prices if you guys are happy with the situation. I'm not saying it's right or wrong, but if you say that, okay, you're cool with it, then get out there and do the job. You tell me what jobs that I've never seen a white person out in, when I went to Seaside or Salinas or Fresno or Modesto. I've never seen not one white person working in the fields, manning the taking care of the vegetation. I ain't seen one black person. We ain't doing it. You know what I mean? So people talk a lot of shit, but I've never seen a Mexican person or a Hispanic person on the sidewalk begging for money. They always got something they're selling. Whether it be flowers, fruit, tacos, they're always hustling. So all the Hispanics I've seen have been hustling. They ain't been begging. Now you do got some fucking knuckleheads who come over and they don't want to do shit. They gang members and blah blah blah. But for the most part, you have some hardworking people, man. Construction right now would not be where it's at if it wasn't for the Hispanic population doing the labor that a lot of these white people don't want to do and black people don't want to do, especially for the wages, because these contractors are banking and they ain't paying the Hispanics anything. I know that. I've seen them. I've had hired guys, and the next thing I know, I come down, I look, and two Mexican guys are doing the work. This guy's left for the day. So, it's pretty sad, man. And whether you talk about skilled labor and you talk about jobs and people taking jobs, it's just you got it's just a lot of negativity, and it's all racially based, man. But people who don't understand that, who don't understand economics, who judge people on their race, are ignorant motherfuckers. You know what I mean? And it's just a lot of ignorance, a lot of racism, and it's really fear-based. And I'm not saying, like I said, if you, as far as immigration, yeah, you should do it. There's the right way to do it. People should legitimately have the proper documentation, the proper paperwork. You can't just let anybody run up into a country. But you gotta do things in a manner that's fair. And if you are a person who's been violating, committing crimes, get the fuck out. I mean, fuck, man. I'm an ex-felon, and there's things I can't do. So if you're a felon and you're fucking an immigrant, get the fuck out. You know what I mean? But if you're over here busting your ass, you legitimately have pursued the right venues for your paperwork, then, you know what I'm saying, you deserve a chance, an opportunity. You know what I mean? But as far as, I don't ask for sympathy because of what I've done, and people want to judge me. So at the same time, you got the people who are immigrants. If you're over here with that bullshit, you gang banging, you on some racial shit, get the fuck out. You know what I mean? If you don't want to be an American and share with all the other Americans and integrate and not promote racism, get the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not I feel that everybody deserves equality. You can't judge a group of people based on a couple of bad seeds, because they do it to the black community all the time. And quit being fucking scared, man. Quit running around scared because the motherfucker don't look like you. And everybody don't have to look like you in order to get along. There's a lot of people who are intelligent from different races, different cultures, and underneath that motherfucking skin, you all motherfucking have blood up in you, and you look the same if a motherfucker peeled your skin back. So, it's a lot of dumbass shit, man. Just mentality with the racial shit, it just makes me sick to my stomach, man. You know what I'm saying? It's just, and the people that promote it, it allows them to empower themselves, and then the whole thing is, it's just divide among divide. You got racism among blacks, light against dark, Crip against blood, East Coast, West Coast. It's just stupid ass shit, man. When you get into the race, dividing among the race themselves internally. So, people just need to, figure out a solution to this that will be feasible, that everybody can agree on, that won't prejudice people who have been doing the right thing. And the people who have been fucking up, get the fuck out. You motherfuckers want to be gangsters, and do a bunch of dumb shit? Take your ass back across there and do it over there, man, because we don't need that shit here. People don't need to be terrorized by ignorant motherfuckers. And I'm speaking on anybody that's ignorant. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be terrorized. When I go back to my neighborhood, if I see a nigga, he's on some bullshit, split his motherfucking wig. He gets his wig split too. Black, it don't make a difference what race. I'm just saying ignorant motherfuckers need to be with other ignorant motherfuckers. And if you're not trying to integrate and be an American, and what I mean by that is sharing and humanity, and as far as just culture, you know what I'm saying, it's just, you know, then you need to get the fuck out, man. Because, you know, people that don't communicate among each other don't understand each other, and it creates a lot of negativity and hate. You got to learn to communicate, man. Somebody said, I think it's more racial now than it was 20 years ago. Do you think so, Big Herc? I mean, when I was a kid, I hardly saw Nazis and alternative right crap. Well, you know what, man? I think they're promoting that shit. They, you know, there was a lot of mixing of races and just integration. And anytime you have a transition in society and culture, and you have people coming together, black, white, brown, yellow, you know, you have a group of elitists who try to divide that. I tell you, this is like going to, like I always use a refer about like doing time in the pen. If people in the penitentiary were not at each other over the petty shit and being racist, they could run the pens. They could basically change the amount of time they're doing and get the fuck out and work together and be successful. But racism is the biggest crock of shit that exists. And the people who promote it are these fucking old school European guys who basically are consider themselves above and beyond everybody. And I'm not talking about this white, because there was no white people back in the fucking 1500s, 1600s. That was created by motherfuckers over here, the elitists, to divide the Italians, the Irish, the blacks, the Germans. They created the white race. That shit was some bullshit. You know what I mean? But it's for these people to empower themselves. But going back to, like I said, anytime you have a transition in society, and you just, you know, came out of an Obama administration where you had a black man as president, you had you seen past a lot of color lines. Well, this is them, you know, the people right now trying to reverse all that. And if they can set us back and try to, you know, get us going at each other's throats, then that's what they're going to try to do, man. It's just stupid, man. But you guys got to see past that and don't buy into the news and to all the bullshit that they're promoting. And somebody said, yeah, somebody right here said the Irish were called niggers and monkeys back in the 1790s and 1800s. That's right. The Irish and blacks used to run together. So McGregor and Mayweather would have been running together trying to get the fuck out of slavery. Do you know that there was damn near more Irish people enslaved than blacks from Africa? How many of you guys know that? You probably don't know. So when you read your history and you see how they changed a lot of history, because they don't want you to know that there wasn't this fucking racial divide that there is now. They created all this shit so they can basically control the masses and keep you guys at each other's throat. You know, wake the fuck up, man. Read the real history and stop letting these schools tell you what the fuck you're supposed to know, and do your own research. You know what I'm saying? But it's just sick, man. And the whole thing is, you know, everybody, like, I see some of the people, they like, oh, they think they're powerful by using the word nigger. What does that mean? Oh, you're gonna hurt me by using the word? I mean, come on, man. Words is on some bullshit. Most of you motherfuckers most of the people who think they can say it on the internet, in person, will get the wig split. I'm using it as a reference to educate you as far as just history of Irish, black, minorities. You know, like I said, man, it's all divide and conquer. It is all about the people in power, maintaining power, and not letting the minorities get too much of a financial power structure. Because if they did that, now you have people looking you in the eye. You guys probably don't even know that, you know, the KKK was created by the Democrats. Back in the 1800s, the Republicans were there was a lot of black Republicans down south. a lot of black, and the Republicans actually represented more or less racial integration, racial equality. It was the Democrats who the KKK was formed under. They were the ones who used to go to the voting polls and basically beat up blacks, vote intimidation, and that was all done under the Star Spangled Banner flag. So it wasn't even done under the Confederacy. It was done under the motherfucking regular flag. They're the ones who basically changed the game with this whole lynching shit. They're the ones who started wearing the fucking hoods. Now you got Democrats and people think, oh, Democrats are for minorities. The origination, it wasn't. And so the look at the history behind it is a lot deeper than what you see on the news. And they don't talk about that. They don't talk about, how the South used to have a lot of black Republicans and how there was a lot more, they were pushing for a lot more equality. And if it wouldn't have been for a lot of these, racist presidents that have been in office who, under the guise of civil liberty, civil rights, we would have been a lot further than what we were. There was a lot of presidents who basically didn't appeal to having a lot of these civil rights passed. That's why it took us all the way up into the 1960s to get to where we're at today. And then you look at today, and then the news, and then fuck, man, I mean, you have a lot of the shit is still taking place, but everybody smiles and act like it's all cool. People just need to, they need to come to terms with a lot of shit and read their history, man, because I don't make this shit up. All you gotta do is read a book. You can find out about it, man. But yeah, he says, somebody right here, politicians only give a shit about 4 to 8 years. That's right. That's right. And let me see. Somebody said also, white women love BBC. You ain't lying about that. But yeah, man, it's a lot of stuff out there, man. And if you guys read and see some of the real history that's been hidden, that's been just not exposed, you'll look at things differently. I had to go to the penitentiary to read a lot of this shit. And so it really made me think, like, if I would have known a lot of this shit before, maybe I would have been doing a lot of the ignorant shit I did to get to the pen. Because the more educated you are, the more rational your decisions are. You're not going to go and you're not going to go and be a serial murderer or a fucking booty bandit or a motherfucking robber if you feel that you have a sense of value. You don't do that, man. If you have a sense of value, you rationalize things and look at things differently. Your actions are more calculated and you just have a higher regard for yourself. You know what I mean? So, it's there's a lot of stuff out there. Somebody said there's a book called The Real History of the United States. Check that book out. And somebody said also that, that's a pretty deep book. Somebody said, what's up with the Illuminati shirt? It's to get your attention. Unconvicted felon. Because what they're doing by saying you're a convicted felon is creating a false facade. The real gangsters are the ones sitting behind the bench, man. The ones who are, in Congress, bro. Those are the real gangsters. I thought I was a gangster. I wasn't shit. Once I got up in them people's cages and I seen how they were treating motherfuckers, man, and I seen what was really going down, I realized that I wasn't shit. These motherfuckers, who are pushing these laws and enforcing them are the real gangsters, man. I bought into a fucking a false play, man. I got bamboozled, Somebody said, yo, nigga Hurt, what set you claim? I claim motherfucking billionaire status. I'm not claiming no motherfucking set, man. I'm from North Highlands, Sacramento, but as far as claiming a set, man, that shit ain't making me no money. I want to be with the rich motherfuckers. I want to be papered out so I can enjoy life, take care of my people, and elevate the people around me. Claiming sets and hoods, most of that, what does that do? Bill Gates don't claim a set. Warren Buffett don't claim a set. Oprah Winfrey ain't claiming a set. Master P ain't claiming a set. These guys are getting paper. And that's what life should be about. We're so focused on small things. I used to be all about my neighborhood and this and that. And shit, man, I go back there, that shit's still the same old bullshit. Broke motherfuckers up the street, smokers still living on the same house, still hanging out. Them niggas is busted, man. I ain't trying to be one of them busted ass motherfuckers. So the set I claim is the money set, is getting paper, elevation of consciousness, making moves in society, and being successful. That's what set I claim. I ain't claiming shit unless I own it. If I'm gonna claim a motherfucking building, I own that motherfucker. If I'm gonna claim a street, I own houses on that motherfucker. That's how I look at it. Otherwise, man, we're buying into some bullshit and we're fighting and killing each other for nothing. Claiming we're doing it for nothing. We're doing the job of these motherfuckers and we're doing population control. We're being basically tricked into doing the work for the next man. And I'm not gonna do it no more. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, somebody said I claim the Ben Franklin gang. I hear you. I'm right there with you, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm about that Ben Franklin gang too. But yeah, man, it's got to be bigger, man. It's got to be bigger than just your neighborhood. It's got to be bigger than your city. You know, if you have the opportunity, hey man, I'm an ex-felon. I got a passport. Go get you a motherfucking passport and travel and get out and see other places so you can see how backwards some of these motherfuckers are over here. Motherfuckers like Sheriff Joe Arpaio. Tell him to go to Mexico. He should go to Mexico. We should pay for a plane ticket, send this motherfucker down to Mexico and let him go around there and talk that bullshit. But you gotta travel, you gotta meet people outside your race, you got to commingle, and it'll change the way you look at people, man. And that's the thing, is that a lot of us have not experienced culture outside of our own, and that makes a person ignorant. Yeah, somebody said, don't let this in brainwash you, keep killing yourselves, nigga. So somebody right here, this guy, Ty the Beast. Ty Beast, you guys jump on his ass. Ty Beast, he sounds like he's happy that black on black crime exists. He likes the fact that he said niggas are killing niggas. Yeah, you must be the man over where you at, Ty, huh? You happy that motherfuckers is buying into the shit. Well, I'll tell you right now, as long as I can keep getting on the motherfucking live stream, I'm going to let brothers know that, hey, man, I ain't got no animosity towards you. You know what I'm saying? Blood, Crip, GD, Vice Lord, you know what I'm saying? Whatever you are, debate, you know what I'm saying? I got love for all y'all because, man, this shit is stupid, man. The shit is stupid and we should be getting paper. We should be balling out of fucking control. Motherfuckers is already savages, man. Get your mind right, man, and quit funking with motherfuckers over stupid shit. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, man. And a lot of people, man, they got the game so fucked up. You know what I mean? And it's like, and somebody else said too, they said, most white people are killed by white people. It is. And most black people are killed by black people, So the racist shit, what is it? The people who are talking a lot of it, mostly the ones who have the authority, they do it because they can always justify the murder. You know what I'm saying? And those are the ones who, it's abuse of power. But I mean, we ain't got to do it to each other. We ain't got to abuse the power. We ain't got to be mad at a motherfucker because he's black or he's Mexican or he's white. You know what I mean? Hey, if a person is cool, I know some cool ass, white boys. I got some partners we like brothers. I got some Mexican homies, man, that's like my brother. I got some blacks that's like that's my people. So people are people, man. You got to all be on the same page. It ain't really about racial skin. It ain't about this. This shit ain't nothing, man. It's about what you got up here. If you got a motherfucking brain and you can exercise your brain and you know how to get paper and you about, hustling and you about, elevation of consciousness, then I can fuck with you, man. We can get some money together. So yeah, man. You guys, I really thank y'all for tuning in, and it's a wake up call when you see shit like this pardoning of Joe Arpaio, who was violating rights of Latinos and just racial profiling, and you see a lot of shit going on in the news. You guys just got to be conscious, man. Wake up, and think outside the box, man, and don't let these people, you know, get you caught up in the bullshit because they want us to be going at each other's throat. So while they're doing that, they got a cold trick bag around the corner. Don't buy into it, man. Pay attention to the trick bag. You know what I mean? If somebody said, what about the natives? Much love to the natives too. Shit. You know what I'm saying? They were over here way before a lot of the people that were over here. And look at their situation. Motherfucking reservations. Fucked up, man. It's fucked up, bro. It's fucked up. And it's sad, man. When I see that shit, man, it's like, man, I can't believe, it's just fucked up. And it's all about just firepower and just force. You know what I mean? And it's like, it's really, it's a sad situation because nobody takes care, everybody just looks out for their own until they're the victim and then they start crying. Nigga, before that shit comes down, you all need to be looking out for each other. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, let's go ahead and get the shout-outs in. You know what I mean? I want to go ahead and get some shout-outs in. Shout out to Ryan Elliott personally. He's been tuning in on Facebook. Shout out to him. Yeah, man. Shout out to everybody who's been supporting us. Shout out to Sacktown. Shout out to Guam by way of LBC. Shout out to North Carolina. Shout out to H-Town. Yeah, shout out to everybody who thinks that we need some change in this country as far as some positivity. Shout out to Stone Mountain, Georgia. Shout out to New Orleans. Shout out to Los Banos, California. Shout out to England. Shout out to Minneapolis. Shout out to Chicago. Shout out to Serbia. Shout out to Inglewood. Shout out to Phoenix. Shout out to Las Vegas. Shout out to South Wales. Shout out to New Orleans. Shout out to Lake Ontario. Shout out to Inglewood. Shout out to Canada. Shout out to East North Carolina. Shout out to Apple Valley. Shout out to Detroit. Shout out to Costa Rica. Shout out to Memphis, Tennessee. Yeah, man. You know, you guys, we got to all think, man, and it's not about race, man. It's all economics, man. These motherfuckers, man, it's divide and conquer, control, and power. You know, if you don't see that, then I don't know what the fuck you watching, man. So, you know, we banging on each other. We doing a lot of stupid shit. Hey, man, wisen up and, you know what I'm saying, make things happen together. And, you know, when you do that, man, there's no limit to what you can accomplish. You know what I'm saying? There's no limit. We can do whatever. We can change the game, man, but you guys gotta use your mind rather than being told what to do. Don't let these people tell you what to do, man. So, hey, that's my whole outlook on the situation. And you know, I'm gonna tune in next week with y'all and give y'all some more, hopefully some game. If you got any questions, like I said, shoot us an email at freshoutseries@gmail.com and represent, man. Go to the website. We got a bunch of different shirts. We try to keep it real, you know, and I just try to speak from the heart. You know what I mean? I'm not with the bullshit. And a lot of times people expect you to act a certain way, but you got to step outside the box. So shout out to Marysville. And anybody else, man, out there who I forgot to give a shout out, I apologize. I try to get everybody in. And yeah, man, shout out to Wilmus. Shout out to all the Latinos out there who show love. Shout out to all the I'll just say Caucasians that show love, because I don't like to have to say the white, you know, stupid. Shout out to all the blacks, all the Asians, all the you know, people from different countries, you know, Europe, who support all y'all, man. It ain't about race, man. It's about a mentality. So I'm just using that as a point of reference. But you guys, come on, man. Be bigger than that. Think. You know what I'm saying? Think, man, because I know in a lot of other places, they don't have the bullshit we have here. So, you know, we got to think more here so that we can expand ourselves. But I'm out, man. I'll tune in with y'all next week. And we'll do it again. Prison Talk will be back on Monday at 3 p.m. I just had to run it on Tuesday today because of Labor Day. And I hope you guys enjoyed your Labor Day. But I'm going to go ahead and have a good topic for y'all next week, Monday, 3 p.m. California time. Tune in, and I'll be at you.